Hi, Rich Schefren here, another late night video, but tonight's a great video because I'm going to show you a tool that, when used, will become your absolute best teacher you'll ever have. Not only that, but it will turn you into a much better marketer. Not only that, it will prevent you from making the same mistakes that you've made in the past and make sure that you actually improve. And not only that, it's the best thinking tool I know. So, you might be interested. What is that one thing, this one tool that can do all that? Well, quite frankly, it's my journal. And if you keep a journal, then I'm going to recommend certain things to you. If you don't keep a journal, understand that I'm not just talking about something where you say, today I did this and today I did that. In fact, very rarely do I talk about in my journal exactly what I did that day. What I use my journal for is, one, the questions like I showed you in my notes, where I answer them is right there in my journal. I constantly am posing questions to myself and answering them in my journal. In fact, that's where I do most of my thinking. I do my thinking where I actually record it. And the reason why is that later on, if you've ever asked yourself, what was I thinking? You can actually go back and see what you were thinking. So what happens is that your thinking ability gets better and better, primarily because you're able to see where you've made mistakes in your thinking before. So that's one. Two, when you do this consistently, you end up seeing the patterns of your life, what you do consistently. And with that knowledge, you can then start outthinking your own patterns and stop making some of the same mistakes you made before. You can also get clarity about what your next steps are and all of that kind of stuff. Now, what I use my journal for, and this is what I just want to make sure is clear, is primarily as a thinking tool. And not only is it a thinking tool, but it is also keeping record of my thinking so that I can go back and revisit ideas over again and over again. Now, why does it make you a better marketer? Well, once again, the more in touch you are with your own feelings, the better you'll be able to tap into the feelings and emotions of your prospects. What I find is that most people are not very self-aware. They don't know, they can't get inside their own head, let alone, therefore, their prospect's head. So you need to get into your own head, and the easiest place to do that, once again, is in your journal, a place where you feel like you could write whatever you want and not have to worry about it ever being seen. And so therefore you can kind of come clean and kind of express your deepest, darkest moments. And understanding that most people have those too, and when you can hit that nerve, you can usually see huge spikes in your conversion rates and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the tip for today. Keep a journal, but use it as a thinking tool. Think on paper. Don't try and think in your head, because odds are that after a few minutes you'll probably give up. And when you think on paper, you can think for hours. Pose questions. Document what your beliefs are. Define what success is to you. All those kinds of things. Anyway, that's the tip. I have some really great thinking tips lined up for you. Some that will benefit if you are keeping a journal, but many that don't. And I'll see you tomorrow to Higher Profits and Beyond. Schefren over and out.